Welcome to Pro Angler's 4-part series on building and selecting spinnerbaits. Hey Chris, looks like you're pretty busy over there tying some form of bait, some type of rig. What are you up to there? What are you making?
Well, you know, I've been hearing a lot about this crawler fishing, and I'm like, it's just a crawler, you know, so I'm like, okay, what do we need for a crawler? We need to know how to build snelled hooks. Only about 5 of us out of 1,000 know that snelled hooks actually work. And why they're snelled? Because we have to have them snelled. The second thing is we need beads. What beads? There's billions of beads. I can get beads anywhere. I can go get jewelry from the girlfriend or somebody's girlfriend and get beads. I can tear apart earrings and get blades. I'm like, well, okay, let's figure out what we need to do and figure out what pound monos we need to use for leaders. 2 pounds okay because it's a mono, 20-pound braided, that's cool. But where do we really start in building a rig that'll catch a fish and keep working? So let's just put together and build a simple system that works for everyone.
So what do they call that rig?
Well, in most parts of the country we call it a spinner harness. In the Midwest it's a crawler harness if it has 2 hooks. If it has 1 hook, you're going to call it a leech rig. And that's normally where they're ran. That's where 80% of your major inline spinner rigs are going to work. But what you want is a live bait spinner rig is the actual name of it. Because it is a rig, because you use a weight, you use an inline swivel, and you use a leader and a component system. It's a rig. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to describe and build and teach you how to build these rigs that actually attract fish and call them into your spread and put them on the line for you and put them in the freezer. And that's the best way to go about it.
So Chris, why use this spinner rig system or this live bait harness system over, say, a crankbait or a plug?
Well, the difference is a crankbait simply goes through the water and goes wiggle, wiggle, and sometimes it has a little click. A crankbait's nice, but it's a fast action lure, and you got to get her done at 1.5 to 2 miles an hour. If you go any slower, the bait will just sit there and verily waddle like an old dead stick in the river. It's not going to work that good. It's not going to get going until you start going, and the fish have to be really, really super active. So a lot of fish go, well, plastic is tasty, but it's not healthy. We want meat. So what we came up with over the years, people have decided that pulling meat on a spinner rig with 2 hooks, like a night crawler is what I'm talking about meat, is put a chunk of meat on there, hook the head, hook the body, or let this hook float free, add some decorative beads for some flash and body style, add a spinner for some hum and some noise, add an eyelet, an extra bead to keep your line clean and make sure everything runs true, or like a minnow head, and basically together you have a nice spinner rig that will attract fish into your live meat. So you can bring fish either on a bottom bouncer, you know, where you're going at 1 mile an hour, you're pulling along, you can feel the bottom contour. Your bottom bouncer will keep your night crawler suspension rig running true and up about 1 foot. Or you can use on inline keels or surface suspend, and you can pull these little rigs up to 3 miles an hour and they'll still get fish. But the cool part is with live bait, a night crawler only swims so fast. So about 1 to 1.1 miles an hour, your night crawler can track and bring fish in from a distance versus just throwing a standard night crawler out to the fish. You're actually adding some movement, covering some water, and showing the fish, here I am. That's basically why you want to build yourself an attractive spinner rig that matches your bait fish.
That sounds great. You think you could walk us through building one of those step by step?
Well, I think so, but it'll take some time and some patience, but I think we can walk you through and teach almost everyone, which is everyone that's almost, how to build one of these rigs, and they're simple to build and they're fun to build.
I don't know. It looks like it may take more than just patience. Let's get started.